Coming right up on Live Wire, Councilman Steve Cohn, and he's going to be talking about events throughout the parks in Sacramento area over the summer for you and yours to go and enjoy some wonderful music. So stay tuned for Live Wire. Thanks for tuning in, Live Wire. One of the great aspects of Sacramento is that it's very arts-oriented. There's the great Del Paso Boulevard area, and there's the burgeoning R Street corridor, and a wonderful supporter of that is Councilman Steve Cohn. And he's with me in the studio to talk about events throughout the summer presented by sponsors in East Sacramento and around. It's called Pops in the Park. That's great. It's wonderful. How many years has this been going, Steve?
Well, it's our 16th year overall. It's the 11th that we've had an evening concert series.
Mm-hmm. This is really wonderful. That you can go to the park, sit down, and enjoy some really good music.
It really is. I know a lot of our viewers probably have been to the Plaza Park or Chavez Plaza for the Friday night concerts. Those are a little different flavor. The Pops in the Park is more of a easygoing. You can bring your own food or buy food there, picnic, people of all ages, little kids, people 90 years old, you name it. So it's a little more comfortable feel. People can walk right into the park, so it's great event.
That's great. It's a great use of the parks. Arts and you've been a great supporter of the arts in Sacramento.
You bet.
And I applaud that as not only in public areas and the like, but also in the schools and in public areas, and the design of some of the buildings in the downtown area, and how the Metropolitan Arts Commission develops. Works with developers to create good-looking buildings that have art for public viewing. It's just fabulous.
Right. Well, in fact, City Hall itself, for folks that haven't been down lately, at 10th and I, wonderful public art, both inside the building as well as outside in the courtyard. We finally got our fountain up and going.
Good.
That's in the shape of an Indian weaving basket.
Fantastic. I know that it just won an award.
You mean City Hall?
Design?
It's won several. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but it's won a number. It's a beautiful, beautiful campus.
Great. I like how you call that campus, because you do learn a lot there.
Yes.
Anyway, I think the Pops in the Park's a great idea. You have 4 events that are happening this summer, at least in the Pops in the Park, and you have other events in other parks later in the summer. Let's talk about this first, because it's great. You say it's been going for 16 years. That's fantastic.
Right.
So you have a group at McKinley Park.
We're going to kick off June 3rd. By the way, they're all Saturdays at 6 o'clock. So just remember Saturday in June, 6 o'clock. First week in June, June 3rd, Funk and Groovin', great dance band, a lot of 70s kind of Tower of Power type of music, and some 60s music. And then June 10th, we have more of a Jimmy Buffett sound, and so that's the following week in Glen Hall, which is in River Park.
Yeah. By the way, you don't have to run and get a pencil. We're going to show these on the screen in just a little bit as well. But and then be a real sad day that Bill Race Orchestra is going to play at Bertha Henschel Park on the 17th.
Saturday, June 17th. Actually, we've talked for our viewers that aren't aware, Bill Race passed away recently, but his orchestra, which has been around for 60 years under his leadership, will play. One of his best friends, Bill Vogel, will be leading the orchestra. It will actually be a tribute to Bill Race, and knowing Bill, he would want all of us to have a wonderful time and not to have a sad time, to actually view this as a celebration of the music that he loved and brought to so many people.
Yeah.
So we want that legacy to live on, and so we actually think it'll be a wonderful occasion. We hope folks can come out. It's a park that's a little hard to find if you aren't from East Sacramento. It's near 45th and B Street. It's one block to
Kind of
the
a
north.
bowl-shaped kind of thing. Yeah,
It's a real small little pocket, little park, but we can fit 1,500 people, believe it or not, and it'll be a great evening. He's the one that really started the Popson Park Evening Summer Concert Series 11 years ago. We had other concerts prior to that, but never evening summer concert series. And so really 11 years ago, Bill Race started it, and we'll have a great tribute to him.
and generations have danced to his music.
For 60 years.
That's amazing. Why don't we have a little, see a little piece that we had, we sent our cameras out to one of the parks last year to tape what was happening, and we'll have a little view of that, if you don't mind. Let's take a look at that. At any rate, it's been, oh, there they are. Oh, people are dancing. There I am. That's me. Yeah. And I think is that Bill Race's band?
That's him.
I think that's him there, standing there.
And you also see a lot of little youngsters out there, 2 years old or less, out dancing as well. So we give them all ages.
Great. And people can call that number for more information on how to get to these parks in East Sac.
Right.
And go and enjoy themselves throughout the month of June. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. you can go to a different park and enjoy yourself.
Right.
I like it very much.
And if you forget, we do have flyers and posters up, but we have kind of a homemade billboard at the corner of 57th and H that lists all the events.
Homemade billboard. I like that. Well, these posters that you have are really quite wonderful. And here's a billboard. Oh, there's your name.
Oh, there we go.
And there's what's happening. Duncan Grooven at McKinley Park, Garrett Wilkin and the Parrot Heads at Glen Park, Bill Race Orchestra at Bertha Henschel Park, and Conquista Musical.
Great
at East
salsa
Portal.
band.
Oh,
yeah, great salsa band.
Great. Oh, and those folks there, Lumens and Sutter Health and Inside Publications and Blue Diamond and Polly Sanders Realty.
Oh, yeah, and the East Sacramento Chamber. We have some great sponsors from year to year that help us raise this money to put right back into the parks.
That's great. I think it's a wonderful use of the parks, and also for us to get out there and enjoy a nice cool evening after a hot June day.
It took us a while to figure out that summer evenings are a lot more pleasant than summer afternoons in Sacramento. You'd think that might have occurred to us earlier.
Well, it did happen. And then in August, you're doing something else here. Whoosh,
We are.
He says, pulling up the poster.
We are.
By the way, these posters are really wonderful.
Well,
I
thank
think that
you.
they're really great.
Lisa Carpenter is the artist. We really appreciate
You really can't see that, folks, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And so is the Pops in the Park poster. It shows some dog musicians and cat musicians playing some jazz with fire coming out of the piano. So this other event, or series of events.
What we decided was Popson Park was so much fun. People hated to see it end, but it's difficult to do concerts in August because it's so hot for the musicians.
Yeah.
So we moved all our summer concerts to June, and in August we wait till the sun goes down and do they're like a drive-in movie, only you walk in instead of drive-in.
How great is that?
And we have
really
some
good.
great
And
family
it's called Screen on the
entertainment.
Green.
That's right.
And these are at those very parks. There's also some new parks in this.
We have one extra park, which is Grant Park in Midtown, which has a great children's playground. And so we're doing it at 4 parks each Saturday in August at dusk. All you have to remember, get there before the sun goes down.
Great. And if you still want more information on how to find this, and you're really jazzed, in a few minutes we're going to put something up on the screen and you can take it down. Or you can get on the Sacramento City website.
Yes,
You know how to do that? Just Google, if you will, City of Sacramento, and then / Steve Cohn, and it'll come right up, and you'll be able to know more about those things. This is really good.
Googling's an amazing thing.
That's
isn't
the
it?
world brain. You know, I need to know about left-handed smoke shifters. Oh, there they are.
There you go.
Well, you know, you're involved in not only these wonderful art events for Sacramentans, but also in development. I know that because I have been to some events that you've spoken at, and one of them has to do with the development of our street and the new buildings down there. Mm-hmm. I think it must be really exciting to work with forward-thinking developers and some not so forward-thinking developers.
Well, the ones that are forward-thinking are more fun to work with, but you know, this city has really come of age, and we're starting to have the kind of top quality urban development that's actually a very positive plus for this city, as opposed to just suburban sprawl, which we've endured for the last 50 years. It's good to see this city actually grow up both physically as well as artistically, architecturally. Of course, not all aspects to development are positive. We get a lot of negatives that go with it, but it's important that we demand top quality for our projects.
That's excellent. I know that that I'm only mentioning one area of development, that the R Street corridor,
Right.
because it's been talked about, and but there are organizations that have moved in that general direction, like La Galleria Posada.
Right.
They have moved there and have started to kind of make that area a destination for Sacramento.
Well, all of Midtown, really. 20th Street also. What we're starting to see is it fill in our street, 16th, 20th Street. J Street, of course, has had a lot of galleries for a number of years. It's just getting to the point now with all the restaurants, the cafes, art district, where we have our own version of Paris right here in Sacramento, and actually better than San Francisco, because you can actually sit outdoors in the evening at a cafe and enjoy it instead of freezing the way you do in San Francisco.
Absolutely good. Well put.
And you really don't have to go there to see great art. We have some great talent right here in the River City.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Given the wonderful folks that you have lined up at the parks for the summer, and I'm so glad that you and the city and all the sponsors, the business sponsors, have supported these ideas. I'm glad to see that business sees the great value of putting arts in traditional and non-traditional places for us to enjoy.
You bet.
Good. Well, we're going to move right along to another event. We're going to talk a little bit about Edgar and where Edgar is. So I want to thank you, Councilman Steve Cohn, for coming to talk to us here.
It's been my pleasure.
Please come back anytime you want to,
All right.
with any issues.
I'll just pop on by.
Sure, just walk on in, and whoever's
right.
sitting there, we'll just tear them out.
All right. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Okay, well, it's Where's Edgar time. So stay tuned, and we'll find out what Edgar is doing out in our fantastic city of Sacramento.
And here is a wonderful afternoon in Sacramento. And where is Edgar? Edgar is at the Fortune Festival. And we happen to find two of the most known figures in Sacramento, Roger Dickinson and Jimmy G. And Roger, welcome. Where is Edgar? Welcome to Where is Edgar?
Well, isn't it great to be here at the Fortune Festival, you know, with all the booths, with all the entertainment, great people here, a lot to do, wonderful food. It's a terrific occasion to be here.
I see that we have Jimmy G in here with you.
Our former mayor, former council member Jimmy Yee here with us, now running for the Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, Roger.
Okay, we're going to have
This
another,
Fortune Festival is great. What it does,
Chinese,
it demonstrates to the public
Confucius
our
school,
culture, our
and
tradition,
it's a
and our
martial arts
food, and
demonstration.
many of
So
the
we're ready to
dances
go
and
with that.
performance and the
So
art.
the Chinese
And
Confucius
so I'm
school.
very pleased that the Asian community in this area has put this show together so that the public can come out and visit us and know some of our culture.
And you know the wonderful part is that we have all the races, we have all the ethnic groups in here, and we have everybody having a lot of fun. And this is good for Sacramento. This is good for this area. We need, you were saying something about revitalizing the area?
Absolutely. You know, there are great things happening here on Stockton Boulevard. This area has become an international marketplace. You can find the foods and then the things that go with every culture, every background. So it's a wonderful place to be, to experience what really Sacramento is all about.
And that's very good. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that Edgar is with these figures, and this is great. So where is Edgar? Edgar is with the leadership of Sacramento, and I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you very much. City Encounter Sacramento is one of the most diverse cultures throughout the United States, and we're very proud to be here as part of the community support for our various ethnic communities.
You bet.
Party people in the house.
And what is Edgar? Edgar this afternoon is at the Fortune Festival. We're having fun. It's so wonderful to have the community together. And we have Stephanie from Fortune Festival this afternoon, and she's going to introduce two of our guests. And she's going to talk also a little bit about Asian resources. Stephanie, welcome to What is Edgar?
Thank you, Edgar. Once again, my name is Stephanie Nguyen, and I am one of the persons to put this event together. I just want to say that I am very happy and thrilled to have with me here today LaSalle Thompson and Bill Nelson here to support our events.
And also, I'm going to introduce the two top guys in here. So we're going to go for one of them. Welcome to What is Edgar?
Thank you for having us here. My name is Bill Nelson, and I'm here out to support the Fortune Festival. And not only that, but support all the nonprofits that are out here and doing a good job in the community, empowering the community. And we're actually representing Third Degree.
Yes, and also we have another one. Don't go yet. We have another one of the important persons in here. And welcome to What is Edgar.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. My name is LaSalle Thompson, and I'm glad to be here at this festival. I'm having a good time. I'm very hungry because I didn't get to eat enough food yet, but I'm going to go have some more. And I thank you for inviting me and bringing me on the camera. And you got any questions, anything you want to ask me?
Well, we want to know more about your involvement in the community. What you guys
Okay.
have a non-profit. What is it?
Okay. Well, ours is, there's two companies we're talking about here. Bill has a nonprofit called HBWO, which stands for Hearing, Believing, Walking, Obtaining. And it helps at-risk youth learn vocation, teach them things about how to be a good Christian. They go to Bible study classes and basically helps uplift their lives. And then our company, the three of us have a company called Third Degree, and we help nonprofits. We pair them with corporate sponsors to help raise money for whatever their cause is.
All right. So remember, we need to help the community. We need to be in the community. And you see, these guys, they're very busy. They have a busy schedule, and they're here supporting the community.
Not that busy.
Well, you're not that busy. Well, they're not that busy. You gotta keep them busy. We have to make them work because they're making so much money, so they need to work for that.
We're not making that much money either.
And I'm glad that you're watching Edgar this afternoon, having fun, being in the community, and you need to help. You need to be in there too. Stephanie, you want to say bye?
Thank you very much for being out here and seeing how our second annual Fortune Festival, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. And hopefully you'll become a vendor as well.
And thank you. Don't go. We have more. Don't go. Edgar is here.
Regular feature of this wonderful program, Emily Adams, Josh Hunt, and Andy Gomez of EAB, Emily Adams Band, will give us an original piece called The Sky is Falling.
Dogs barking mad at everything. Cars are honking everywhere. Chaos choking up the air. Gloom and doom is on TV. There's meteor activity. Reality is on the phone. It's ringing, but there's no one home. She's crazy. And the sky's falling, the sky's falling, she's crazy. And the sky's falling down. Light creeps in between the blinds. Grandfather clock is keeping time. Dust bunnies gather on the floor. Somebody's knocking at the door. Sirens scream as they go by. Fire streaks across the sky. Warnings broadcast on the air. She's talking, but there's no one there. She's crazy. And the sky's falling, the sky's falling. She's crazy. And the sky's falling down. The sky's falling down. No method to this madness, no sense in all her sadness. Heaven knows what this all means. She's crazy. And the sky's falling, she's crazy. And the sky's falling, she's crazy. And the sky's falling, she's crazy. And the sky's falling down. The sky's falling down. The sky's falling down, 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 down. The sky's falling down, 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 down. The sky's falling down, 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 down.
That was really quite wonderful, wasn't it? I loved it. Thanks. A really great original piece. And next week, we have on Live Wire Emily Storr, and she's going to be talking about a great art event at the Hart Gallery. So you can tune in then and totally enjoy the program. There's a lot of wonderful galleries in Sacramento, and I think it's a great thing to have the second Saturday. all over Sacramento, down to El Paso Boulevard in the downtown area. On second Saturday, every second Saturday of the month, you can go and enjoy a gallery, go see wonderful art of local artists, Sacramento artists, and enjoy yourself. They usually have some food, cheese, munchies, and sodas for you to see, and then totally immerse yourselves in visual art. Maybe even buy something. At any rate, I think it's kind of really a wonderful opportunity for Sacramentans. You know, when Steve Cohn, the council member, was here, we were talking about his support of the arts. And part of the development of the arts in the greater Sacramento area has to do with the development of buildings that house art, galleries, theaters, dance studios, places where you and your family can take part in art, that you're not buying something that was shipped from some area outside of the state, but you're buying a piece of art to go on your wall painted by somebody from here. You're looking at local artists performing on a stage and a play where it's written by a local playwright. So what you're doing is the arts economy is being supported. This group that just played an original piece. They're from this part of the world. The events that are happening in the parks that Councilman Steve Cohn talked about a little earlier were local Northern California groups performing for local Northern California audiences. I think it's important to make that differentiation because Sacramento needs to understand that it really has in its soul its ability to create its own art movements, its own art forms. So I want to thank the Emily Adams Band for playing, and maybe they can play me a little something to take me away, a little kind of guitar riff, so we can close the show with a little music rather than just me talking about art, because I could for hours and hours. Let's hear something. Yeah, that's it.
They're always with me everywhere I go, in everything I do, with everyone I know. They steal my confidence and fill my head with doubt. They tie up my stomach and turn it inside out. Inside out. Was it something that I did? Was it something that I said? Is it real what I perceive? Or is it only in my head? Won't you help me put my mind at ease? Won't you help me put an end to this disease? Won't you help me find a cure for these insecurities?